Good evening, everybody. Steve Poulter here. Welcome to my blog, my TV channel, my podcast, my waste of your time, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully, you'll get something out of it. We're going to talk about a topic tonight that comes up every so often in our society, and I'm going to take a little different spin on it. We're going to talk about wardrobe malfunctions. We all know what that means. It's a fancy way of saying nudity. And we saw, I think that word was coined with Janet Jackson, and it has been used thousands of times, millions of times since then. But we're going to use my board. We're going to talk about Camila Cabello. Okay. Now, Camila Cabello, and there's two things I want to talk about. First off is the wardrobe malfunction and how she just laughs it off like it's no big deal to expose your breast on national television and the internet forever. As we know, the internet is forever. But I want to start with something else and then probably come full circle, hopefully, and tie it all together. I have allergies really bad for some reason lately. So if my eyes are watering and I'm rubbing them, I apologize. But I was looking at the internet and I saw an article. And I should have written down, I can't find it now. I did actually send the author an email. So I probably could find it. I'm not sure if it's showing me or showing you or my email, but Delilah Gray. See if I can find that article. Delilah Gray. Okay. So she's a freelance writer or something, but I was just surfing the web and she talked about how basically she was chastising us, the population, because of course this wardrobe malfunction, nip slip, whatever you call it, was news for a while and everybody was talking about it. Anyway, she chastised us because we were talking about it, as if it shouldn't be news. And the thought came to me, she has Camila Cabello has every right in the world not to wear a bra, not to wear underclothing, not to do whatever she wants. She has every right. This is America. And I saw the blurred out vision. She was in a bathrobe, dancing around, showing a dance to her new video or new song. But this Delilah was chastising us for talking about it, that it shouldn't be news. To which I thought, call me crazy. Call me crazy. If you don't want people talking about the fact that your breast popped out while you were wearing loose-fitting bathrobe type clothes, jumping around, I guess hungover, the next day, call me crazy, but here's the thought. Wear a bra. This was not a 8-year-old girl that didn't need a bra. She was a 24-year-old woman or whatever. They invented underclothing for a reason. And again, she doesn't have to. It's not the law. But if you choose not to wear a bra, not to wear these crazy things called panties or underwear, not to wear a slip, not to wear clothing that's so tight that you can't move without it maybe ripping, and people talk about it, who's to blame? The people talking or the crazy behavior? Take that behavior, wearing that outfit, wearing clothes on the runway, wearing clothes on the red carpet that are basically held together with tape and glue and pins. And certainly you're not wearing a bra, whatever, and put that into a business setting. Can you imagine going to work every day in the tiniest little clothes that you can find at home, or the loosest clothes that you can find at home? What if I go to work in my bathrobe and I'm not wearing anything underneath it, and it's just held together with my boss would have me in his office so fast your head would spin. It's completely inappropriate. But for some reason, if I'm on national television, if I'm doing an interview, it is appropriate. Or if we talk about it and we have the guts to say, oh my gosh, I don't want my kids seeing this. I don't want my girls thinking this is proper behavior for a young lady. Then I'm the bad guy for saying, hey, she wasn't wearing a bra and her boob popped out on national television. And how dare I talk about it or notice it? Her boob popped out. She's not wearing a bra. Who's not going to notice it? You should have seen the poor guy interviewing her. He was horrified. I started teaching my girls at a very young age about modesty. And I tried to make a joke of it. I'd say, now what you're wearing, don't show your boobies. Make sure your clothes don't show your boobies. And they would laugh. They were little kids. But as they get older, what has sunk into their head, hopefully, as they get dressed, their old man saying, don't show your boobies. Well, maybe Camilla's dad needs to call her and say, don't show your boobies. First off, it's so inappropriate. You are going to be on national television. Put on some underclothes. If you choose to not put on underclothes, which apparently she was offered, don't be shocked or surprised if a boob pops out, a bosom pops out, and people notice it and talk about it. And Delilah, how dare you get on the American people? How dare you say this shouldn't be news? It is news. Your boob popped out on national television and it could have been prevented. What if you wore that to work? You walk around waiting for your boobs to pop out. You'd be sent home. You'd be fired. But it's okay because you're on television. And people wonder why our country seems to be divided. People wonder why celebrities are treated different. People wonder this and that and the other thing. Can we start with some common decency, with some common modesty? And I'm not saying sexy outfits aren't sexy. Of course they are. There's a time and place. When you're being interviewed on national television, you don't need to just have gotten out of bed and thrown a bathrobe on with nothing underneath. That's my 2 cents. Delilah, how dare you call me into question for calling this into question? That's the problem with our country. That's why television shows like Teen Mom and Teen Mom 2 and The Secret Life of the American Teenager find audiences. And Euphoria. Come on. We're better than this, I hope. I hope we're better than this. I'm Steve Poulter. Have a great night. We will see you next week. And there is going to be baseball, so go Sox.